Today, we're going to bring you the inside scoop on Hollywood information.
That has previously been secret up until now. I had to do a lot of digging to get my sources straight on these. These are rejected Hallmark Christmas movie pitch ideas with an accompanying poster that Hallmark was like, this is too good. We can't do this.
Too good.
We're gonna have to shelve it until times are rough. You've probably all seen Hallmark Christmas movies, right? Andrea, you've seen a few of them.
Nope.
They'll have similar things. Well, hold on. Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna go through some of the pitches that I found in my research.
Okay.
And then you guys let us know if you think it should have been made or not. Oh, it's all starring us, by the way. Did you know that?
Oh, really?
All these movies were potentially starring us.
I wonder why they decided to cancel it.
All right, first movie. Andrea comes home. You're an executive baker in the city, like a big city executive baker, right? You haven't been home in a while. You come home to the family farm. Maybe it's a Christmas tree farm. I don't really know.
Every time.
And I've been in charge of running things while you were gone, right? And you're like, oh, finally some peace and quiet. Oh, my busy life in the city just is so stressful. Finally some peace and quiet. And then you walk in and I'm like, listen, I got some bad news. And you're like, oh God, what? It's like you expect this from me at this point because I'm like the loser.
Because you flop.
Yeah. And I'm like, look, the bank is going to take the farm. You're like, what do you mean the bank's going to take the farm? I'm like, listen, I don't know. I'm not a banker. But they just said they're going to take the farm. And you'd be like, you had one job to do was keep this farm going while I was off in the city. And then I was like, hey, I had to give up my dreams.
I put my dreams on hold.
I put my dreams on hold while you were out there baking, making crazy money in the city. I was out here in the countryside taking care of this farm. Getting like a fight. And you're like, enough of this. I'm a solutions girl. You know, we need to start some kind of business opportunity. We need to use what I know about being in the city and baking, and your expertise in farmery. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna
thereof.
well, I know how to use the machines and stuff. So you're like, we're gonna turn the farm into a marijuana dispensary.
Yes.
Okay? That's big in the city right now, these things. And I'm also a baker, so we're gonna focus on edibles and use our incredible hit TV show Boss Bakes to help promote things.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, that's a great idea. You know what this movie's called?
What, Sean?
It's called Blazing Yule.
See the blazing Yule before us.
Blazing Yule. So that's one idea. I'll get a second idea. So there's a crime spree in the city.
Oh, it's always in the city.
It's a big city crime spree. It starts out with like this police chief and a rookie cop, and they're like, "Damn it! These cookie thieves have done it again." Right? Little kids leave cookies out for Santa overnight.
Yeah.
These thieves are stealing all the cookies. And it's like, these guys are good, Chief. Not even a single crumb of evidence has been left behind. So we're going to need the best to solve this case, to crack this case, to catch these thieves. And they're like, you're not thinking who I'm thinking of. And I'm like, no, they play by their own rules. They play it loose. Right? They have their own brand of justice. Don't call them. It's like, it's too late. I already called them. Right? So then just as that happens, I bust through the door, take my aviators off. And then the chief's like, Detective Sean Tender. Like, good to see you. And then I'm kind of busting the chief's balls, you know what I mean? And we're kind of going back and forth. And then they're like, where's your partner? And then you come in. And then the rookie's like, oh my gosh, it's his partner. Detective Andrea Mild. Tender and mild. Tender and mild.
If it's so
tender and mild. Yeah, so it's a buddy cop movie called Tender and Mild.
It's pretty cool.
Tender and mild.
Tender and mild.
You have to say it like that.
Tender and mild.
Detective Sean Tender. And Detective Andrea Mild. Drea Mild. I like Drea Mild, actually.
Drea Mild?
Drea Mild.
Drea Mild.
Uh-huh, yeah.
You have to talk like that?
So it's Tender and Mild. They end up, racking up a lot of debt from damage and stuff. Chasing these cookie thieves.
I really can't.
It's going to be a high budget one, that's why I got shelved, but I think with enough support, for Tender and Mild.
Tender and Mild.
I'm Detective
Sean.
They're like, hey, ST. Come get a look at this.
Really
it's a clue. I got another idea, okay? There's another idea. You're going to like this one.
Oh, am I?
Alright, you're a princess. Okay.
Of course.
And you have this this bookish assistant, right? That's like leading you around, and you're like, oh. This is happening in the UK, by the way. So there's British accents and stuff. I'm not gonna do the British accent, but just assume there's British accents. So your bookish assistant introduces you to me, your new security detail, like your new bodyguard. It's like, oh, I'd like to introduce you to your new security detail. He's from the Royal Order of the Knights, like goes way back, right? He's like the best. He's the best personal bodyguard you could ever have. And then you're like, oh, pleasure to meet you. And I'm just standing there just like still, just not saying a word. And you're like, is he daft? Like, what's wrong with this man? She's like, well, he's not daft. He's the best. But, a little bit of backstory.
You mean a lot?
When he was a child of 9.5, right? When Christmas is everything. And Christmas Eve, he was so excited. He was just kind of, making a lot of noise, waiting for Santa to come. And his parents sent him outside because he was being too chatty. And his dad's like, Santa's not going to come with these chatty little kids around. You're going to have to wait outside, right? So they have little bodyguard Sean, wait outside. Meanwhile, this was just a diversion, so my dad could like change into a Santa suit and have like a beautiful holiday memory, right? Here's the problem. The Santa pants he ordered were too small, so he's like struggling to put his pants on, and he's stumbling around, and he falls, and he knocks over a scented candle, and the whole house goes up in fire, right?
Yeah.
So little Sean is outside, and he wasn't making a lot of noise, but then he hears and sees his family burned to death on Christmas Eve, and there's screams, ah, no, bus. But he can't do anything. He's 9.5.
Of course
Can't do
not.
anything, right? So, it zooms in on my face where you hear the screams for this, and then your assistant is telling you all this, and she goes, yeah, he hasn't spoken a word since Silent Night.
I can't stop.
And then he communicates through a little dry erase board, right? Like he has something to say, right? And then there's a montage, and we get closer and closer. You know what I mean?
As friends.
There's sparks flying.
No, there's no.
And then it turns out that there's another fire. You're in the fire, and you're like, Sean, night. I can't see. Do I go left or do I go right? And I write left on my little board, and I'm like, you're like, I can't see. There's too much smoke. Left or right? And I'm like, I can't see, you stupid little board. Is it left or right? And I'm like, left. Then you're like, my left or your left? I don't know. That's kind of the whole thing. Yeah. Silent Night.
Silent Night. I wonder why those were rejected.
Well, I wouldn't say rejected. They're shelved. Temporarily shelved. I've tried to get meetings with people about these.
Sean has told these stories many times to people.
I thought Tender and Mild was the best one.
I thought Tender and Mild.
Everyone likes Silent Night the best.
I'm honestly cracking up from Tender and Mild.
Yeah, Tender and Mild. I'll be like, I don't know, in public, and I'll get a glimpse of the Tender and Mild poster.
It's super
and I just lose it. Yeah.
It's so funny.
I think with Tender and Mild, you kind of need a little bit of context, maybe.
Yeah, you do.
It's a deep burn. We had a lot of other ideas, but some of them were inappropriate for the YouTube channel, I guess. I don't know.
Sean,
maybe if culture takes a big step back in 2020, we can talk about those next year. Or if you guys know any finance people or Hollywood people that could help get these made,
just show them the poster.
Now, usually I would just do everything myself, but I feel like a full Hollywood motion picture would be a big undertaking.
Yeah.
Anyway, those are our ideas for rejected Hollywood movies. Let us know if you have any rejected movies that you'd like to share, or what you think of the ones that we've...
Which one was your fave?
Placed here, right?
Let us know.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us on 12 Days of Christmas. It was so fun this year, actually. And there's some great memories.
Yeah.
So, till next year, maybe.
Tender and Mild.